I always thought that I would be happiest when Bosnia disappears from the international headlines. And if it occasionally appears because there is a particular skier or a particular football player or a particular artist or a scientist that has been educated and brought up in Bosnia and has managed to smash some impossible record. But unfortunately, we keep on coming back to issues that you have just mentioned. I will, one could speak about Bosnia forever and what has gone wrong and why it has gone wrong, etc. And I've been thinking about this on my way here, and I think I would change. I would sort of put it in three periods for Bosnia. Bosnia went through a period of progress, stability in the first 10 years of post-Dayton existence. And I think that's entirely due to the fact that there was a very strong international attention put on Bosnia. There were NATO troops on the ground, there were international judges, there was support from all the countries, whether from Peace Implementation Council or wider. But also, interestingly enough, it was a time when Russia had its own internal problems, so it didn't have time to develop or to express its malign influence in the Balkans or elsewhere in Europe. And Bosnia's neighbors also had other issues and other things that they had to deal with. Serbia was recovering from devastating wars of the 1990s that it played part in, whether in Croatia or Bosnia or Kosovo or and they were going through a process of a possibility of democratizing its political system until the killing of Djindjic. And Croatia at the time was very busy charming European Union partners. I remember myself sitting in so many meetings with the Prime Minister and President of Croatia, with promises that Croatia is going to behave like a European partner to all its neighbors, if only were to be admitted to the EU and NATO. And those times are behind us now. And of course, there is a different way in which things have panned out, not only for Bosnia, but for the other countries in the region. Then there is a second period of disengagement of international community, believing that somehow by some miracle, Bosnia is going to just take off. Its neighbors are going to behave like European neighbors of Belgium, as you say. They're going to leave that country on its own to develop, to stabilize, to allow all its citizens to have certain level of progress and opportunity. Unfortunately, within that period, as I say, Serbia went through major rearmament period of 2015 onwards, where its, I think, defense budget increased by 70%. Croatia has started using its membership of the EU and NATO as a leverage to promote the aims of its proxies within Bosnia, and things started to kind of slow down, and Bosnia has got bogged down in problems, internal problems, but also problems that have been championed by the countries that are immediate neighbors. And then in the last 10 years, we have seen that Bosnia has been, I would say, almost entirely abandoned, if I can say that, by the international community, because having just a nominal presence on the ground without a plan, which is entirely based on a hope, is not a reason, is not a very good foundation for establishing and cementing that stability that was achieved at the beginning. At the same time, we have emergence of two major global players, that is Russia, that has found what I would say useful fools in the Balkans, people who are going to do their own work, that is going to frustrate democracy, that is going to frustrate progress made on in those countries that are willing to join EU and NATO, similar to what's happening in the Ukraine now.